What's going on, you guys? This is Cooked Vegetables back in the cut with yet another podcast for you guys, man. How is everybody doing? Hope you're doing absolutely amazing wherever you happen to be in the world. The title of today's podcast is going to be How to Raise Your Vibration and Escape the Matrix. If you don't mind, hit that like button for me. It really helps the channel. As I traverse deeper into my spiritual journey, it is becoming clear to me that our planet is a middle spiritual realm of sorts. What I mean about this is that a blend of the most amazing emotions and light-filled experiences, as well as many things that are dark and outright demonic, coexist on our earthly plane. Now, even though both extremes are available to each of us on this planet, I find that my predominant experiences are based on my internal vibration. When I deliberately work to maintain a high vibration, my experiences and the world around me tends to be filled with many positive things. When my vibration stays low for too long, I tend to descend into some sort of inverted reality, or what some may call a hell realm. Seeing both sides of this coin has forced me to ponder if hell and heaven are actually physical places, or perhaps just different states of mind brought on by the internal vibrational states of each individual. My experience inhabiting the hell realm that was brought on by my past whorish behavior as an ignorant wanker and womanizer has been well documented here on our shared forum. Being brought that low was like being transported to an alternate reality where I became the whipping boy of the demonic matrix. When I was on that low of a vibration, it was like things always conspired against me no matter what I did. My physical appearance actually completely changed and had me looking like a heroin addict for a while. I tried to fight back in the physical plane through arguments and confrontations, but something would always mysteriously happen to ensure I never won any of those confrontations. Looking back, I think it was the hand of God Himself making sure that His Son, me, wasn't rewarded for worldly sinful behavior and the use of carnal weapons. While I was in the depths of hell, I slowly started putting the puzzle pieces together. I started to see how my life circumstances got worse and worse as I abused my body and my sexuality year after year. I started to understand just how hard the world around me worked to keep all of us deceived and living in error. I started to understand how most of this world is actually deliberately inverted to trap so many beautiful men and women in a state where they can be fed on and fed off of by this demonic system. At this point, it dawned on me that the only way out was for enough of us to commit to the righteous way of life and raise the collective vibration. Raising your vibration and escaping the control of the demonic matrix requires a lot of dedication over a prolonged period of time. Now, please note that regardless of what you do, there will still be challenges in life which are designed to help us develop and grow. However, lightening your karmic load will mean that you will overcome these challenges without being completely destroyed or overcome by them. Below are some tenets to live by if you want to lighten your karmic load and live a more peaceful and rewarding life. First, don't lie. Don't worry, I'm not talking about the odd white lie here and there to spare someone's feelings. I'm referring to the methodically and deliberately crafted manipulative lies that some people use to trick people out of their inheritances, conduct smear campaigns, or harm another person in some sort of way upon no real provocation. Now, please note that some level of practicality and discernment is necessary here, because not everyone is worthy of knowing the truth about the important things in your life. For example, you shouldn't be honest about your little niece's whereabouts to a known pedophile, as that would put her in unnecessary danger. Next, don't be a whore. Man, was I guilty of this one. I spent so many days and nights raging and complaining about how promiscuously toxic and selfish women were, while conveniently refusing to shine that same spotlight within and see that I was exactly the same way, and perhaps even worse at the time. I didn't actually genuinely like or respect any of those women from my past, and was really only interested in using them as tools to satisfy animalistic lust. Sexual energy is the most powerful metaphysical energy available to man, and abusing it will absolutely darken your outer world with extremely heavy karmic retribution. This is one of the major ways to keep you perpetually trapped in the demonic playground of the Matrix, where Satan and his idiotic demons can torment you for the rest of your life. Next, avoid intoxicants. This is another mistake I frequently made. I loved candy bars, pastries, coffee, alcohol, pizza, McDonald's soft serve, Twix ice cream bars, red velvet cake, Sour Patch Kids, and I indulged in all of these delicious tasting poisons way too often. I even dabbled with weed and cigars from time to time. Gradually, my body got filled with toxins, which eventually tanked my vibration and actually made me very irritable, distracted, fussy, and whiny. In short, eating too many poisons robs you of your manhood. When I finally woke up from my slumber and changed my food intake to strictly only natural things provided by the Heavenly Father himself, I changed. The first thing I noticed was my predominant mood and general temperament lightening significantly. Next, great nutrition. Needless to say, we humans are physical beings that need food to survive. However, what I didn't know back then was just how incredibly important the nutrients needed by our physical bodies are for maintaining the health of our souls and minds. You see, the three pillars of the human organism, mind, body, and soul, are inextricably linked. If your body is lacking the nutrients it needs to function properly and efficiently, you will have a perpetually pissed off spirit and soul. This is actually a good thing, because it is a feedback loop designed by the Heavenly Father to get you to fall back in line with natural law before things get too bad. I encourage you to start looking at food for your body as you would look at gasoline for your internal combustion engine car, or electricity for your electric vehicle. Think about food as what you need to function first, and then try, within your power of course, to try and make that taste as good as possible with natural ingredients and spices and so on and so forth. And lastly, brothers, don't steal. Yes, it is true that you shouldn't steal physical items from people, but even much more important is not to engage in energetic theft. For example, stealing the joy of another person by throwing insults at them is energetic theft. Stealing the energy of another person by provoking them to anger or trying to drag them into pointless arguments is also energetic theft. This is one of the highest levels of karmic debt that a human being can incur, so please do not do it. This is one reason why narcissists have such bad karma that affects everything and everyone around them. Narcissists are actually the human embodiment of energetic theft. In closing, my dear brothers, Continue to work on raising your vibration and bringing love and light to your surroundings. Avoid and resist the temptation to fight against negativity, because that is a fruitless endeavor in and of itself. We cannot actually destroy demons and negativity, but we can certainly rise above them by consistently engaging in the proper practices and lifestyle. Thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate you guys, man. Till next time, brothers, Godspeed and remain blessed. Brother Cooked. Don't forget to like the video on your way out. God bless you all.